How's it? I'm Danie Nel, and today I will show you how to make a multicolored background light. So what we're going to create is a strip light that can change color. I'm just quickly going to run through some of the things that you will need for this project. First off is your LED strip lights. I choose the ones that has a power supply included, and you'll understand why as well. This one also comes with a remote control. This is a variable color LED strip. I'm sure there's guys out there that knows how to wire up LEDs and program little, switches and things to change color. I'm not one of those guys. I buy something that's pre-packed. Here in South Africa, it's by a company called Eurolux, but you'll find these things on Amazon or at your local hardware store. I am fairly certain. Then you will need a surface to actually stick your lights onto. Now, I use a 600 millimeter or 60 centimeter or the 2 feet piece of wood. It's about 5 mil thick, and you can use anything. I mean, this is just the shape. It'll work nicely if I put all my LED strips up vertically like that. This is useful. The idea is that you use something that's lying around. You can use a piece of cardboard or whatever. And then also aluminium tape, or as in the States you call it aluminum tape. This is to cover your surface, just so that you get a bit more reflection from your light. And then also, I've got some extras here that I'll show you later on, but this is sort of secondary to the project, and then you probably need a pair of scissors and something to measure with, in this case a measuring tape. First thing we're going to do is I'm going to cover this piece of wood in aluminum tape. Okay, so I finished covering my piece of wood in aluminum tape, or you can use foil with a bit of glue and a glue gun, or tape, or you can just spray it white as well. This is really just to make your light a little bit more effective. Right, so what we'll do now is just basically attach our LEDs. It's that simple. So it's a little LED strip like this with connectors on either side. And the cool thing about this particular product is that it comes with 3M one-sided tape already attached to the other side. So you don't need a glue gun or anything to attach these lights. It also comes with little connectors, so that's like little long ones, so that you can arrange the strips in whatever way you like. There is an RGB control unit, which is also, that ultimately speaks to your little remote. And then you have a power supply. All right. But let's go ahead, take the little strips off and start attaching our LED strips to the wood panel. All right, so now I've stuck my little LED strips down. So basically now I just attach my little unit. I get some power sorted out. Unfortunately, I damaged one of these little strip lights when I took it out of the packaging, which is a bit of a bummer. I'm just going to buy another one and add it in here, because they are modular, so it's very cool. I have this little old little umbrella adapter. So what you use this for is you put this on top of a photographic stand. What I've done is, you can see I've taken the spigots out on both sides. I've just taken a very long screw and a washer, drilled a little hole through there so I can fit it. Why I'm not making a huge amount of effort in showing you is because yours might look different than mine, and then it doesn't make any sense. So again, this is just an idea for you to maybe work on and see if it works for you. Got my trusty little screwdriver. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to attach this sort of round here in the middle by just screwing it in to the back of my piece of wood. So what we have now is I've got a little attachment because I am a photographer and I'm going to need to make it practical for me, that I can fit onto the back of the stand. So you can use an umbrella stand. You might find a way to use an old hot shoe adapter of a flash or something like that. As a commercial photographer and somebody who owns a studio, I can tell you, never throw stuff like this away. It's always useful when you're doing DIY projects. Now, you'll see that your little remote control unit has 3M tape on the back as well, so that you can stick it down on your light fitting that you have created. And I'm just gonna find a way to stick it on here that looks nice. All right, so there, I've just covered these little loose wires with aluminum tape as well. I'm sure you can hide it in some form or the other. Right, so you have now fitted your little light to your light stand using whatever way you chose to. I use my Jimmy Rig little umbrella hot shoe adapter, flash gun adapter, and it has movements which also makes it nice, and I can switch it on. So what you'll see is the light seems quite bright now. What I've done is my two key lights. They are actually professional video lights. They are very powerful. This is only about, currently, because there's only 3 strips, about 18 watts. Now also what you've got to remember, it's an RGB strip, so it uses the 3 different colors, red, green, and blue, together to create a white light. So it's a bit, you'll have more power output on the white light. The moment you go to red, the light will become a little bit weaker, or in green or blue, as opposed to having the white light, which is all 3 little LEDs shining at the same time to create a white light. Now, ideally, when you do your video, it's most probably vloggers will vlog from about here. You'll put this light out of frame, unless you're into that sort of lights in the shot type of look. So then this can create a little bit of a separation line. Let's put the white one just to explain it a bit better. So you create a bit of a separation. I'm wearing a black shirt on a black background. That can create a bit of separation. Or I can do my, what's that? Let's do this one, you know, in the background. So this will just reflect on my shoulder and my arm. So that's one way to use it. Let's go back to something a bit more sane. Let's switch it off for a moment. But that is not the most effective way to use it. I would imagine if you only have one main light, maybe you have built the LED ring light that I explained in the other video. And this is now your secondary light that you want to add for a little bit of detail in the background, then I suggest you do this. So I just move it to the back, I drop it a bit. Because I've got movements, I can actually tilt it upwards a little bit. Let's switch it on. But let's see what it looks like if I have this on the various settings in the background. Maybe let's strobe. Maybe I do DJ tutorials. That's pretty cool. Or, you know, guided meditations. Okay, that's maybe a bit fast for a guided meditation, but you know what I'm saying. So for very little money, you can build yourself a nice background light that can really zhoosh up your production value in your videos. I hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to like, subscribe, press the notification bell, to share it with your friends, and also to comment. You know, let me know if this is something that you can use. But like I said, ultimately, this is a concept. Just grab an idea or two from it and improve on it. Make your own. That's ultimately the beauty of sharing ideas. Cheers, till next time.